The voter registration this weekend, and let's now cross to Mzwandile Mbeje, our SABC Presidential Correspondent, and he's in Chawelo in Soweto. Very good morning to you, Mzwai. It's over to you.
Thank you very much, Simpiwe. Indeed, where we are, it's where President Ramaphosa will be coming to check his details. And of course, this is the president. We expect senior people to come and receive him. So we've just bumped against the IEC Deputy Chair, Tselane, who's here. And then we'll hear from him. Deputy Chair, so we can see and we can be assured now that the president will indeed be coming here now that you're here.
Well, I have been informed that there is a likelihood that he's going to come and check his details here. As you may be aware that in terms of Section 7, subsection 3, a place of ordinary residence is regarded as a place where you come to from time to time after a period of temporary absence. So it is possible that the president is going to be coming here to either update his details or to re-register.
So in the event, let's say he doesn't find his name for whatever reason, so as the IEC, what is it that you do immediately to make sure that his name does appear?
Yeah, if his name does not appear here, either because he had registered in another place previously, he will be allowed to re-register here.
So he will be allowed to register here?
He will indeed be allowed to re-register if it is his intention to re-register. Remember that, you've got to be ordinarily resident in the place where you are registered. So if his place of residence is around this voting district, there is nothing wrong that actually prevents him from registering.
Also, I'm also taking this opportunity to ask you about the national picture. How has the response been since this morning? The
response has been quite positive thus far. I think people have heeded the call to participate in the process. Of course, there may be some difficulties in the area of Wuane, but our officials are attending to that situation. Hopefully through the negotiations and interaction that we have with the community leaders there, we will be allowed to operate after some time.
So what other areas perhaps are hotspots that are giving you difficulties that you need to attend to?
Thus far, we are satisfied throughout the country that we are functional. If there are areas that are going to give us problems, probably we'll get to hear when we receive the reports from all the voting districts later on.
The youth, the response from the youth, is it the kind of response that you want? We've been here for quite some time. We're seeing mostly the elderly. So are you happy with the response from the youth, or you feel perhaps it's still too early?
It's a little bit early right now. As you know, we've just opened our registration station. We'll be able to make a proper assessment after tomorrow. But we are hopeful. The campaign has been very strong. It has been focused largely on our youth, and we hope that it is actually going to bear fruits.
In the event the elections were to be held in 6 months, will the IEC be ready, given the kind of preparations that you've put in place and this process that is underway right now?
The Constitution requires us to be ready to run the elections within 90 days. From our side, we require 72 days to be able to implement the election timetable. So immediately after the proclamation of the elections, we will come up with the election timetable, basically indicating all the key milestones that have got to be achieved and by what date they've got to be achieved. So we would require 72 days to be able to do that. But the Constitution requires us to be ready to run the elections within 90 days.
So I guess you'll be able to then brief us at the end of perhaps tomorrow, where the picture will be clearer.
Absolutely. There is going to be a press conference after the registration, and at that press conference we'll be able to give you the figures and indicate how many people we've been able to capture into our system.
Thank you very much, Deputy Chair.
Thank you very much.
There was Deputy Chairperson of the IEC, Tselane, basically giving us his take, and then he says he's very positive about the kind of response that they've been getting so far. And then he's here at the Gazankulu Primary School, where President Ramaphosa is registered, and then this is where the President will come to check and verify his details. And of course, as a senior member of the IEC, he's here to receive the President.
All right, Mzwandile, thank you so much for your time. We'll certainly cross to you shortly. That was Mbeje, our SABC Presidential Correspondent, speaking to us live from Soweto, wherein President Cyril Ramaphosa will be making sure that his registration details are up to date.